Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. We are going to be testing the, I guess, just the difference between T-Priority access and my T-Mobile Magenta business line. I don't really have any expectations. I don't even know what to expect between these two things. I remember testing Metro and my T-Mobile Magenta business line, and there really not being much of a difference. I think maybe after you've used a certain amount of data, you might get some, some network management, some DPrio. But I don't know what to expect here, but I can tell you that in my initial testing and my experiences with the capacity access for T-Priority, it's been pretty good. Speed test in this particular location here at the HQ, we're getting like gigabit speed. So here's the first speed test: 1.1 gigs down and just about 60 megabits per second up. Ping times at 20 milliseconds, jitters at 4. And you'll see the loaded latencies are pretty low, 282 and 186 and 188 respectively. I always say run a couple of tests just in case you get some kind of like an anomaly. You want to get an accurate depiction, so two or three at least. If you want to be a little bit more diligent, maybe 5 tests, but usually you kind of know what it is at that point. We should not be experiencing any type of network management. I've probably used somewhere around 40 gigs of testing, 40 gigs of data so far in just a couple of days, just trying to get a good feel of what the network access is like, and then share with you guys kind of, my experiences. For some of you, you may qualify for T-Priority, and it might be worth a consideration, depending on cost and if you really, would be able to leverage it. All right, 1.1 gigs down, 65 up, 21 ping, 6 jitter. Pretty consistent, compared to the first one. I just did I recorded the first video, and I posted that, and this is just kind of like a part two to it. So this would be just the T-Priority side of it. Really fast, lots of capacity. T-Mobile's got 10 gig fiber circuit run into the tower site, 190 megahertz of N41, 20 megahertz of N25, 15 megahertz of N71, all on the standalone 5G network. This connection likely on a network slice. I haven't really looked at what slice it shows and what exactly that means, but so far the throughput's really good. All right, so we got almost 1.1 gigs down. We got like 66 megabits per second up. Ping times are low. Things are really nice here. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this thing from the T-Priority line to the Magenta business line, and then we can kind of compare to see, what the experience is like, relatively speaking. I'll give you guys this fast.com. You'll see that last test I ran was really, really fast. You're not going to get any video throttling. You're not going to get any network management on this line. It's supposed to be the best for capacity, any connection, any lines on the T-Mobile network, and you'll see we're getting gigabit speed on fast.com. All right, let me go ahead and move this line off, and let me put on my T-Mobile Magenta business line. We went ahead and switched the lines. Now we're on the T-Mobile Magenta business line. Um, I don't know. I would always say the first test can be a little wonky whenever you switch lines, even if it's an eSIM profile, physical SIM. You know, sometimes, occasionally, you'll see that first test being kind of weird. So you might want to kind of throw that one out sometimes. Um, or sometimes it's just fine, like what you're seeing now on the screen. All right, so we do have very similar results. We have gigabit speed, although not as fast, but still very fast. In fact, I wouldn't even consider that difference to be notable. But I do see faster uplink speeds, and I'm not really sure why. And a slightly lower latency. I see the ping times at 17 millisecond. Jitters at 5. Loaded latencies are similar. So we got 1031 megabits per second downlink and then 79 megabits per second uplink. Interesting that we have what seems to be a little bit faster speed on this particular test for the uplink, but not the downlink. Possibly something happening with network access, something they've got programmed into the core. I don't know. All right, we're still really fast. I wonder if it's just a momentary thing. I'm not sure. 72 meg for the uplink and just about the same for the downlink speed, 19 ping. I wouldn't say the ping time is really much of a difference. I wouldn't say that's substantial. like compared to the TPriority. But it's basically the same. I don't really see anything different between the Magenta Business and the TPriority. Just a little bit faster downlink, slightly. All right, so now it's more akin to the TPriority. Maybe it was just temporarily just some network usage on the cell site. Maybe I think what I'm gonna have to do, guys, is I'm probably gonna have to test this where there's a tower site that's got a little bit more usage. T-Mobile doesn't really have a lot of market share, especially not in this side of town. But what I could do is go look for a tower where I know there's going to be a lot of usage, like maybe a mall site, someplace that has a lot of traffic, and maybe we can kind of test the difference. But when the towers aren't being utilized heavily, I don't think you're going to tell the difference between T Priority and like Magenta Business or any consumer line for that matter. I think you're going to have to be on cell towers that are getting some usage where you actually get some kind of priority. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any questions, and maybe give me some ideas of where I could test, it's going to have some heavy usage, and I could really see if I could find the difference between these two lines, just as is early in the morning here. Yeah, I can't really tell the difference. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, drop me some comments. Check out some more of our videos. Um, oh, I almost forgot to do a fast.com. Yeah, I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I wish I had something more meaningful to share with you. But yeah, T-Mobile Magenta Business and T-Priority, very similar. Um, I guess better on fast.com, I guess. Yeah, all right, that's something. Right, more speed on the fast.com. That's cool. You know. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon on the next video.